Hello students, hope you all are well prepared for your periodic test and ready for the test. So be focused, stay positive and do well in your exam. All the best for your periodic test. In today's video class, I want to tell you about setting the xlimit and ylimit in in a graph, whether it is the line chart or bar graph or pie chart. How to set the limits in a graph. So first of all, we will understand about the limits. What do you understand about the x limit and y limit? So when we specify x and y range for the plotting, okay, as when you will write x and y value in the form of coding in the script, then pyplot automatically tries to find best fitting range for x-axis and y-axis depending on the data being plotted. Whatever the data you will specify for x and y-axis, the pyplot module automatically take the value and plot it. But sometimes we need to have own limits for x and y-axis. But sometimes we need to specify our limits, our own limits for x and y-axis. For this, we will use xlim and ylim function. To set the limits for x-axis, we use xlim function, and to set the limit for y-axis, we will use the ylim function to set the limits x and y respectively. And the format for using this are as follows. So matplotlib.pyplot xlim xmin comma xmax within the function of the xlim. Xmin means the lower limit and xmax means the higher limit, what the limit you want to specify for the x-axis. And the same way, matplotlib.pyplot in place of this you will write plt, the namespace for pyplot, and dot ylim, and inside the bracket of ylim you will specify the minimum value for the y and the maximum value for the y-axis. So this is the format for this, and in example you will see how we will set xlim function and ylim function. So first of all, you need to import this. Then x value is specified as np.arrange4. That means x value will have 0, 1, 2, 3. This very value, 4 values, and y-axis will have the value 5.25.45.2.0. So this is the x and y value. Automatically the plotting will be there by the help of pyplot module. And when you will specify xlim function and you have specified minus 1.0 lower limit and 4.0 is the maximum value for the x limit, then the lower minimum value will have in x-axis will be 1.0 and the maximum will be 4.0, and in between rest of the values will come for the x-axis. Bar function x and y, based upon the x and y value, the bar chart will display, bar chart will create, and plt.show is to display the chart. So this very coding we will use it in ideally and we will see the chart. So let us move there. You can see here the program to set xlimit and ylimit in graph using the xlim and ylim function. Import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, which is required for bar chart or any other chart. Import numpy as np because we have used the np with the help of arrange function we are creating one of the array over here with the name of x. Y will have the sequences as 5.25.45.20.0 20 point values in y, and then plt.xlim y minus 1.0 comma 4.0 and plt.bar xy plt.show. So when you will execute this very coding, then you will see the output, how it will be drawn, how it will be plot. So you can see here the plotting will be there. The bar chart is coming 0.86 the total width, and according to the value that graph has plotted onto the screen. You can see here the values. X value will have the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 till 3, 0, 1, 2, 3 accordingly the bar graph has drawn, and y value will have 5.25 So the 0 will have the 5 point, then 25 point, then 45 point, and 20 point. So this is the nothing we have specified as x limit and y lim x axis and y axis using the x label and y label. So nothing is coming. Title is also not coming. We have, because we haven't specified here. When you will use the title function, then the title of the graph will come. When you will use x label and y label, then accordingly it will come into the graph. So if I'll make this as a comment 1, and you want to see the default value for x-axis, then you can see previously it was minus 1.0 till 4, and this time by default this limit value has come. The graph is like that only. The similar type of graph will be appeared, but this time it will appear as the x-axis value minus 0.5, 3.5. PyPlot automatically takes this very value. But if you have to specify your own limit for x and y, that can be done. So as we have used the xlim function, in that very way you can use the ylim function to according to the data whichever has given in your coding. Okay, so next we will see about x ticks and y tick value. So let us move again to the slides. So setting ticks for axis in graph. How to set the ticks for in a graph for both the axes, that is x-axis and y-axis. So by default, PyPlot will automatically decide which data points will have ticks on the axis. The data points will be decided through the ticks function. So but we can also decide which data points will have tick marks on x and y axis. So for x axis we can use xticks function using the following format, and the format is xticks you have to write, means plt.xticks, and then inside the function of xticks you will be providing the data points, okay, for the x-axis as sequence containing tick data points. Okay, and the same way for y-axis the format is you will specify y ticks and the sequence containing tick data points, what all data points you want to display in the graph, that can be done. Okay, so let us see how it will be done programmatically. So you can see here we have used the xticks and yticks function in this very script. A value will have range for 0, 1, 2, 3. B value will have 23.5, 25, 26, 28.5. This is the simply the value whichever for the x-axis and for the y-axis. Then I have used the function xticks function with the help of PyPlot namespace. Here it should be TICKS. Okay, so plt.xticks and tick what data points will be coming in x-axis will be 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3 will appear in the x-axis because we have provided the value. We have used the value xticks function over here. Okay, I will come to this very comment line later on. First of all, you see about the xticks function, and then the bar function as is used for plotting the bar graph, and the width is specified as 0.5. So all the bars whichever will be plotted will be of the width, all bar will have the width 0.5, and I have specified the label as x-axis, y label as y-axis, and then plt.show. So when you will execute this one, you will see the bar graph will appear and the ticks value will have 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. If I will make this as a comment line, then by default whichever ticks mark will be coming, that will come automatically. But if you want to specify your own data points, that can be done through the xticks function which is shown here. Okay, x-axis is the label. For x label we have used for the x-axis, and y label function I have used for providing the y-axis. Title we have not specified, so it's not coming. Based on this x value and y value, the x-axis value and the y-axis value has drawn and plotted with the help of bar graph. Next we will see how to add the legend into the graph. So let us move how to add the legends into the graph. So adding legends in graph. First of all, you should know about the legend. What do you mean by the legend? So legends are used to explain what each lines or each graph in a bar chart, each bar in a bar chart means in the current figure. So when you are using the line chart, it specify each line, and when you will use the bar chart, then it will be represented as each bar. So legends are used to explain what each lines means in the current figure. A legend allows us to distinguish between plots. Legends are necessary to specify when we plot multiple ranges on a single plot. In a single plot, in a single graph, if you are using the multiple range of values, then it becomes necessary, the legend becomes necessary, then only you can understand well about the purpose of the graph, the purpose of the chart. So the legend text is added. What you will specify in the legend text, that will be added as a list parameter within the legend method. That means the legend will be provided with the help of legend method. The legend is one of the method, one of the function in a graph. So as you have used plt.plot, plt.x label, plt.y label, the same way we will use plt.legend to specify the legend in a graph. And what does legend mean? Here you have seen. So the legend function allows us to select several locations which can be specified as an optional argument lock. Lock is one of the argument of legend function which will specify where you want to put the legend. So the legend function allows us to select several locations which can be specified as an optional argument lock, which can either take the value 1, 2, 3, 4 signifying the position, and strings upper right, upper left, lower right respectively. The default position is upper right or 1. It means that if where you want to specify, when you have plotted the graph and the legend you want to specify in the left corner, upper left corner means this side, then you will specify the location value or lock value as 1. 1 means upper right, 2 means upper left, 3 means lower left, and 4 means lower right. And when you will not specify LOC argument for legend, then the by default position will be upper right, that means the corner side, upper right, that is the 1. Okay, 1, either 1 or a string. The position can be a string and the position can be a value or can be a number. So to plot a legend, we need to do two things. Whenever you are going to provide the legend for the graph, you have to do two things. And what are these two things? First one is give a specific label to a data range using argument label when we use the function plot or bar. It means when you will use the plot function to plot line chart, or when you will use the bar function to plot a bar graph, there in this very function you have to use the argument label. Whatever you will specify in the label argument of these two functions, that very label value will appear as a legend. Now after specifying the label, you will add the legend as per the following format using the legend function. So add if you want to add the legend, first of all what you need to do before using the legend, you have to specify the label argument either for the plot function or for the bar function. Bar function in place of bar for the bar chart, and plot function for the line chart. And then add the legend. Legend will be added with the help of following this format as plt.legend, then within the bracket LOC, that is the location where you want to put the legend. It will be the position number or a string. Position number can be 1 2 3 4, or if you are not providing the position number, you can write upper left, upper right, lower left, lower right. This 4 string value you should know. If the question asks that you need to put the legend in lower left, then you have to write the string as lower left, LOC equal to lower left under the quotes, or for the lower left you have to write the position number. As you can see, lower left for 3 will be given as a location value when you want to put the legend in lower left. Clear? So we will see now how to add the legend programmatically. Now you can see here that I have created one script here, and the values for this very script are, for the x-axis for x-axis value I have provided the one of the sequence as student equal to 1 2 3 4 5, that means the 5 students. And for the y-axis value we have provided 3 different sequences, because legend will work if in a single plotting you want to plot multiple range of values. So these y values are only the multiple range of values. Clear? So x-axis value is single one and y-axis values are multiple one. For example, STD 12B1 means standard 12B1 56 79 86 65 97. This suppose this is the marks of the first student, and for the 12C1 the marks will be 88 65 67 and so on, and for standard 12D the marks is like that. And then I have used the plot function, means this particular diagram, this particular program is to plot the line chart, because plot function is used to plot the line graph. The previous case it was the bar graph. This particular graph is the line chart because we have used the function plot. So x-axis value first plotting will be for the student x-axis value, and for the y-axis it will be standard 12B1, means this very value, means first x-axis value will be 1 2 3 4 5, and for the y-axis it will be 56 79 86 85 and 97. And for the first line chart the color I have specified as red, and the label I have specified because just now we had seen 2 things you need to do when you want to add the label, when you want to add the legend for the graph. The first one is you need to specify the label argument for the plot function. So the label argument I have used as 12B1 the values. For the second plotting, for the second line chart, 12C1 data we have used, and x-axis value would be same, color Y, that is the yellow one, and label is 12C1. For the third line chart we have used the function plot with the help of student as a x-axis and standard 12D, as a y-axis color M, that is a magenta, and label I have specified as 12D. So what the label value you have provided over here, that very will be coming in the as a legend in the graph. This is the important thing that you need to focus. X label value students, Y label value marks, and then I have used the function legend. As you had seen just now, the legend accept the argument as LOC equal to 4, the numeric value I have written. In place of 4 you can write the string value as lower right, means I want to see my legend in the lower right of the graph. And then at last plt.show. So when you will execute this, yes, this is the figure which will be plotting, and marks is specified as the y-axis using the y label. For the x label it is students. We have not specified x6 or xlim, so by default these are the data points. And according to the data, according to the value of x-axis and y-axis, you will see the graph. So you can see here the first plotting, that is the first line, is of color red, this one, and this red color belongs to the Legend 12b1. So this plotting, the red one, belongs to the class standard 12b1. The color Y, that is the yellow one, 12c1, it belongs to 12c1. So this particular line is for the 12c1. And for the third is where the color is specified as M, which is magenta, is for the 12D, as you can see here. So this particular legion is the location for this legion I had specified in the coding as LOC equal to 4. That means it has come in the lower right. If you want to shift this legion to the upper left, then you can change the LOC value here. Either you can, if you are not remember that what should be the number, so you can simply write LOC equal to upper left. Then this particular legion will shift to the upper left. You can do so here, or in place of upper left, by default if you will specify it as 1, and let us see where it will move. You have to focus, the legion is moved from the upper right, that means 1 is specified for the upper right. Okay, so accordingly you can do so. If I will specify the string value as upper left, then it will move, the legion will move to the upper left, as you can see here. Title I have not specified, so it's not coming. So this is the multiple range of values, and because of these multiple values, the legend is very much required in the plotting. So this is the function. These all function you need to learn in plotting. The purpose of this particular function, what is the purpose for x label, y label, legend, etc. X ticks, y ticks, xlim, ylim, and very important is the plt.show. So this I wanted to discuss in today's class. In the next class I will tell you about the histogram, which is the another graph in PyPlot. So prepare well for the exam, and all the best everybody. Goodbye, take care.